Okay, so I was just gonna make this short little video to help with some last minute review of constructing and identifying modes. So when you have the relative way of doing it, you're gonna think, I don't play loud music at lunch. So you're gonna think whatever the key signature is of the major key would be the same key signature for the Dorian scale that starts on re. So like if you would be in C major, no flats, no sharps, then you would start on D and keep the key signature. So D to D with no flats and sharps would be Dorian. And then mi to mi, which if it was 0 flats and sharps, C is do. So E would be a major third away. And so mi to mi, E to E would be that. So if you're going from to find the mode to the relative major key signature in order to find Dorian, if it's like I'm asking you to build a D Dorian scale, you would need to go down a major second from D to C and then use that key signature. So you build D to D up the scale, go down a major second and use the key signature of C major, which would that major second down would be C. So here's just some examples of that, the relative relationship. So here's the G major scale. So is Mixolydian, so that's a perfect fifth from D. If I like it was like D Mixolydian, I say build me a D Mixolydian scale. You build D to D, go down a perfect fifth because I don't play loud music. That's a fifth, and then you use the key signature of that major key. So that would be 1 sharp G major, but you would use D to D with 1 sharp. And then the parallel way of doing it is the pad mill. So you would think the Phrygian PAD, Phrygian, Aeolian, Dorian. The Aeolian is in the middle because that's just the natural minor key signature. So you build your minor scale, and then for Phrygian, you just flat the 2 from minor. So if it was A minor, that'd be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then you'd flat the 2 to B flat. So it'd be A, B flat. And then Dorian would be a minor scale, and then just sharp the 6th. So for Ionian, that's major, and then Mixolydian is a major-ish scale, which means it's a major key signature, but then you would flat the 7th. So like G major would be 1 sharp on F sharp, and then Mixolydian you would sharp the F sharp on that 7th scale degree to F natural. And then Lydian is major with a sharp 4. Okay, so for the little practice example that you did, the practice with the modal scales, I just wanted to kind of go through a few of these with you in that process. So for Aeolian on F, the first thing that you would need to do always, this is number 9 of actually constructing the scale, you would need to build the F scale. So you'd start here, and then you can either decide that you want to just use the key signature of the relative major. So F to F is the scale, and then since it's F minor, you would think, okay, well, if it's this F and is La, then you would go up to up a third, up a minor third, La Ti Do, and then you would use the key signature of that major, which is A flat. So F, G, A flat would be the minor third above F, and then you use the key signature for A flat. Or if you just memorize, so there's B, E, A, D. Or you could write those flats on the actual notes. So you could write F, G, and then A flat, B flat, and then you would write the D flat, E flat. And you write those on the notes, then you don't need to put the key signature, and you just write it like that. And then you would have the 4 flats there. Okay, so then let's do Mixolydian on F. This is in bass clef number 13. So again, step 1, start on the right note. If it's an F scale of any kind, in this case F Mixolydian, you're going to start on F, build your scale, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. And then you can either think Mixolydian is I don't play loud music, that's 5. So if F is 5, if you're thinking relative, or that's so, then you would count down to do a perfect fifth. So you would go down a perfect fifth from F to B flat, and that would equal 1, or do. And that would be the relative major key signature. A perfect fifth down from F would be B flat. So then you would think B flat major, because B flat major and F mixed Lydian would be relative keys because of the formula we did. And therefore you just write B flat major key signature, but you've already built your scale, and then that's it. The other way to do this is to start with pad mill. If you're going to do parallel, in that case, you would say, okay, well, Mixolydian, if we use the pad mill, P-A-D-M-I-L, Mixolydian is a majorish scale. So we're going to start with the Ionian scale, which would be F major. F major has 1 flat on B. And then we're going to flat the 7th from Mixolydian, which means we would flat E flat. And then that gives us the key signature of B flat major, which is the relative major of F Mixolydian, 2 flats. Okay, and then Phrygian on F sharp. Again, this is bass clef. So once again, you can think F sharp first, build your scale, diatonically F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. If you want to do I don't play, that's a third. So the third mode would be F sharp is 3. If you're doing the relative, you're trying to think down. So this would be me. And then you're trying to find do, the relative major key signature. Okay, so that would be, you're trying to find 1. So mi to do is a major third. So you would go down a major third from F sharp, which is D, and you would write the key signature F sharp and C sharp for D major. And when you have that, but you're starting on the F sharp, you're starting on mi, that would be the Phrygian mode. Okay, so then again, if you wanted to do pad mill, the Phrygian is a minorish mode, so you'd start on F sharp minor, which is F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp is the key signature for F sharp minor. And Phrygian means you're going to take that minor scale and then flat the 2. So instead of having G sharp, which is the 2nd scale degree, you would change that to G natural. And then you can see we have those 2 sharps for F sharp Phrygian, 2 sharps. Okay, let's do Lydian on E flat. So that's number 12. Again, always start on the correct note. Here's E flat. Build your diatonic scale, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E flat. And then we'll do the relative way first. So I don't play loud. That would be the 4th mode. So do, re, mi, fa. 4th scale degree in major would be E flat. So if E flat equals fa, or scale degree 4 in major, you'd find the relative major key signature by going down to 1, or do, a perfect 4th down. And that would be a perfect 4th down from E flat would be B flat. So then you use the key signature of B flat major, B flat, E flat. And then, again, the parallel way of doing it, you would think, again, here's pad mill. And then you'll see that the L is the Lydian. So you're going to start with E flat major, which would be flat, E flat, and A flat, 3 flats. So you start with that Lydian, or the major E flat major scale, and then you're going to sharp the 4th. So then here's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's A flat. So in order to raise A flat a half step, you would just take the flat off and make it A natural. And then you can see that we're left with just B flat and E flat, which is the same answer for E flat Lydian. E flat to E flat with 2 flats. Okay, so then when we're doing the other side and we're trying to like it gives you the scale, and then you're trying to find like the answer of what scale it is. So let's do number 6 here. We're in bass clef. We have F to F, and there's 2 flats. So again, if you want to think relative, you would think, okay, relative would be 2 flats would be B flat major. And then you look, where's B flat in the scale? Right here. That would be do. So then you think do, ti, la, so. And then you're like, okay, so to so. The 5th note of the major scale is what our tonic is. And so that would be Mixolydian. Because I don't play loud music. M. And then you would say the name of the scale is always the first note of the scale. So this is F Mixolydian, F to F, 2 flats. If you want to think parallel, you would just think, okay, well, if this is F major, that would be only 1 flat. So then what's that E flat? That E flat is the 7th. So that means we are flatting the 7th, which is in pad mill, Mixolydian. So again, name the scale with the first note, then figure out what the relationship is, either parallel or relative. That would be F Mixolydian. Okay, let's do one more of these. Let's do number 4. So number 4 is, first I would just say, what is the name of the tonic? So there's going to be 2 blanks. One is going to be the name of the scale, and one is going to be the color of the scale or the mode of the scale. So this is C sharp. So put that there, and then you already have a point. Then you have to figure out, with these 3 sharps, what relationship is that in terms of the mode. So if you want to think relative, think 3 sharps, A major, and then find A, that's do. So then you would think do, re, mi, or do, ti, la, so, fa, mi. Either way, we're going up the 3rd or down the 6th, which means C sharp is mi, and that would be I don't play, which is the 3rd, the mi. So that would be C sharp, Phrygian, play, P, Phrygian. So that's relative. You're thinking A major has 3 sharps. I'm starting on mi. I don't play. The 3rd one, or mi, do, re, mi, would be Phrygian, C sharp, Phrygian, C sharp to C sharp with sharps. Or you can think, okay, C sharp, and then look at your 3rd. That's, so again, name the scale first, and then say, look at the 3rd. Is it a major 3rd or a minor 3rd? If it's a minor 3rd, which it is here, C sharp to E natural is a minor 3rd, then that means you're going to be dealing with one of these scales, either Phrygian, Aeolian, or Dorian. Start with minor. Is it C sharp minor? No, because C sharp minor would have 4 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. That would have 4 sharps in C sharp minor. This one only has 3. Which one does it not have? It has a D natural instead of a D sharp. So this would be sharped if it was C sharp minor, but that's the 2nd scale degree, 1, 2, and Phrygian is when we flat the 2. So then because it's that, we would have C sharp, Phrygian. And either way, you get the same answer. C sharp to C sharp with 3 sharps, relative to A major, C sharp, Phrygian, or parallel to C sharp minor with a flat 2. Okay, hopefully that is helpful. Just email me if you have any other questions, for those of you who are Red Day people or virtual only people, and we'll see you tomorrow for the exam.